The Cleveland Cavaliers are led by one of the great stories in sports today. Gordon Gund, the owner of the Cavaliers, a 51-year-old native of Cleveland, is bringing this franchise back to prominence.
The Cleveland Cavaliers' Gordon Gund is not your everyday NBA owner. Though he may look the part and tell you he is no different, in actuality, he is quite a unique man.
The problem that I have, it's a hereditary retinal degeneration or degenerative disease of the retina of the eye called retinitis pigmentosa. We call it RP for short.
Though completely blind since the age of 30, he has refused to limit his activities. As chairman of the RP Foundation, he works to help cure the disease that has left him sightless. And as owner of the Cavs, with his brother George, he hopes to bring Cleveland an NBA championship. He pursues both goals with uncommon awareness.
He's a very astute person, and one who's never let his handicap stop him from doing anything. And just to watch how he conducts his life is very impressive.
We've got high hopes that he'll be back just as he was.
Who's making real strides? And he's getting more consistent every game. Yeah, he handled a big one out there with the Clippers and with that crowd. I thought that was terrific.
Price out front to Doherty. Doherty on the three-pointer, gone for the left side and ends.
I listened to our radio announcer, Joe Tate, and he sort of paints a picture for me, which is quite vivid.
The pictures may never have been more vivid or more painful than in the 1989 playoffs versus the Bulls.
Jordan to the circle, puts the shot in the air. Good! The game's over, and the Bulls have won.
That was hard to listen to because the noise was so loud, and because people in the crowd around me weren't even sure that he had shot it before the clock ran out, and that it was good and counted. So I heard it before people in the crowd really understood it.
As Gordon Gund listens to NBA games, he can only imagine how superstars like Michael Jordan perform.
Sort of a mental image of somebody that can do things in 3 dimensions. And of course the tongue, I hear about it, so I have this mental image of him doing all these things with his tongue hanging out of his mouth. He's a brute. I mean, a very athletic brute who's right on the edge in terms of unpredictability. You don't quite know what he's going to do, and I'm not sure he does. Much more of a straight-ahead kind of player in the sense that he sees the whole court, and just with a mind that's kind of like a computer.
Though he cannot see these NBA stars play, he shares with them the courage to face even the most difficult challenges.
I learned it when I lost my sight, that you deal with the things you can affect, not spend a lot of time on the things that you can't.